Volkswagen 1978 camper van for a full audio system and removal of a horrible audio system done by another professional shop. You got to check this out. So what did we end up with is a badass system in this Volkswagen. Starting out with the ZZ2 MM Play single den. We have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay wirelessly up there. Remove the ashtray, put in a plate here with the power switch that turns on the audio system. That voltmeter shows you the voltage on the second battery, not the primary start battery, so you know if you're getting low. And we have the Helix conductor that's running the sub control and the DSP. Didn't have to modify anything in the dash, didn't put any holes, of course. Everything is kept original, and anything I remove, like the ashtray, customer gets all that back, and he could easily have it put back in if he wanted. On the doors, we had to do some work because the other shop butchered them, but we have a component set, a Helix i3, I believe. The 4-inch component set is in the doors there, the woofer and tweeter. I massaged them so that the sound is coming through the grill there. To repair their silly tweeter placement, which was right there, I made the Volkswagen logo, stained it. It's a plug, plugs right in there. And then they had a 6.5 on this side as well for some reason. I did a black vent. And then they had a 6.5 down here as well, where I did a black vent. Their tweeter, I went ahead and converted their tweeter hole into a USB. So you have high current charging, type A and type C. And the original lid I removed. So again, the customer can have the original back. I rebuilt this completely. So this isn't the original. Did the whole wood, did the veneer, did the stain, everything we could to get it to match. And this is actually a grill that pops off. So I pop off the grill. You can see the two Helix 5.25 coaxials. Did some laser work there in the middle. And then this also will fold down. Factory inverter, I did wire it up. It does not work. So I did remove all power from it because it looked like a fire hazard. It wasn't hooked up when it came in, so I wasn't sure if it worked or not, but it doesn't. Up here, it does not have the factory refrigerator, so that whole plate doesn't work. But it has this electric cooler that they had put in. So this is all wired up as well. And then underneath the seat, that's where you get all the equipment. So we have a Helix Downfire 8-inch ported sub enclosure. It's actually firing below that false floor. So the base is firing into a separate chamber. So it's almost like a fourth order. And then the port is right here on this side, which allows the wave to come out through that grill. That grill is split between the floor, top, and bottom. So both waves come out. It actually works really well. There's a lot of output from that single 8. We have two match amplifiers. We have the match 6-channel and the match monoblock, the 6-channel with the built-in DSP. Let me get the light so you can see what all this stuff is. There, now with some light on there, you can see what's going on a little bit better. So like I was saying, the port is on the side there. The sub is under there firing down underneath the floor. We have the separate amp rack. These lasered plates are showing the fuses, what amperage they are and what they're running to. So that's the distribution block. So if you have a blown fuse, that's going to tell you what it is. This is telling you the power flow. So if anybody ever worked on this machine and they need to understand what's doing what, it's showing battery 1, battery 2, the isolator, circuit breakers, how all the power is flowing through the vehicle. Over here we have a main breaker, so if you hit that, that will completely disconnect the audio equipment. Everything that was put in aftermarket completely separates it from the vehicle. There's our isolator, which automatically will tie the two batteries together when the vehicle's running and then separate when you shut it off. And there is a plate explaining how the dual battery isolator works, and if you need to push the button, if you need to do like a jump start or anything like that. And there's the factory inverter, which, like I said, does not work, but I wasn't aware of that when I made this plate. So I left it, open so air could circulate, because I was hoping it would work, but it didn't. But it is what it is. Very nice, clean setup, much better compared to what was in there before. The space was useless before, but it was just because they had a big 10-inch JL Audio sub sitting there, and it was just hokey. Now the space is still all taken up, but it's utilizing all the equipment and looks nice. Allows you to have access if you need to work on it or service anything. And then in the rear, I did the Helix i3 6.5-inch components. Had to deal with, this is what the other shop did. They cut their speakers in, and I just had to fix everything. Rebuilt that, did plates. Worked out really well. And then I have all the customers' boxes and everything loaded up in the back, because this vehicle is getting picked up in a couple days along with the 60 over there. Transport company will be coming to deliver these back to the customer, which is one of the reasons why I did all the laser plating with like the instructions and stuff, because I'm not sure if I'm ever going to meet this customer or if I'm ever going to get to show them how everything works or anything like that. So I try to make it dummy proof. Now up in the front of this camper, I did a secondary fuse box, which is fusing all the accessories. And that's identified by the plate here that I lasered, and it's stuck. So there's the legend, has the radio and the switch, and then there's two empties. So behind that panel, there is a fuse box that's fusing everything that's up here, and then also has two empties that would be controlled by that switch as well if they wanted to, or they're constants. So I have a switch and a constant on there. Came out really nice, very clean. These things are hard to film because no light gets in here. They're very dark. So I can go ahead and turn it up, let you hear some music, and then we will call this one finished and move on to the next. Very nice. Sounds great. This vehicle, I believe the customer said they use it for like tailgating or going to football games and stuff. So they wanted to be able to play music and have it playing without the vehicle running and have a lot of volume and sound, and that is what it achieved. You can definitely hear this thing. It's clean. I have no complaints. The Helix equipment always kicks ass. It always sounds good. It's not higher end for nothing. So sounds awesome. Everything in here was a struggle to do because the previous shop, what they had done, they did this vehicle a disservice. Honestly, I didn't quote for all the extra work that was done to this machine. I lost thousands of dollars on this build, and that's because when they said it was done by a professional shop, I assumed a little bit of professionalism. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe. I'm trying to get more subscribers. If you have any questions, you can post them up in the comments. I try to answer the comments. It's really hard for me to get to everybody. So if somebody sees a question and they know the answer, go ahead and post it up, man. You can answer in the comments too. And if you have a Volkswagen bus, you can hit me up. Not to lie, I've already got another, a 1971, a guy wants to bring in January. So it looks like I'm going to be doing Volkswagen buses for a while, which is what always happens to me. I became the Bronco guy. I become the Volkswagen bus guy. I need to lose some weight though, because I'm too big for these machines. I'm Gabe Sipes. Take it easy.